Hey, what's up, sports bettors? Alex here, and what we're going to be discussing in this video is deposit bonuses with playthrough requirements. So you can see DraftKings Sportsbook is offering me a 30% deposit bonus up to $1,000. Playthrough is required. So if we click opt-in and we look at the terms, you can see to earn every dollar of bonus funds from DraftKings, you have to bet $20 on DraftKings Sportsbook, play $25 in fantasy, or bet $50 on DraftKings Casino, right? We're obviously going to talk about the sportsbook. It's what I know, and it has the lowest playthrough requirement. So this is the spot we're going to look at. And that means to earn the full $1,000 in bonus from DraftKings, we would have to deposit $3,333, right? Just 1,000 divided by 0.3, and we would have to bet $20,000 total to earn the $1,000 bonus from DraftKings. Now, it's not like you have to bet the full $20,000 if that's out of your bankroll. If you only were to bet $5,000, then you would, instead of getting $1,000 from DraftKings, you would only get $250 in bonus money. So this is it's a great promotion. It's a free $1,000 from DraftKings Sportsbook. And what we're going to talk about is kind of strategies for taking advantage of these deposit bonuses with playthrough requirements. So there really are three main strategies you have, or I guess four, for taking advantage of deposit bonuses. We have to bet a lot of money on DraftKings Sportsbook. So the question is, how are we going to do that, right? So the first thing you can see is you can place arbitrage bets, right? Arbitrage bets is earning a risk-free return by placing bets on two or more sportsbooks, right? So you can see here that South Florida is plus 180 on DraftKings. On WinBet, Tulane is minus 165. So I actually already bet on I believe, on Tulane. I already bet on Tulane just because it's a good line. You can see that lines are ripping towards Tulane. It's minus 165 is an arb to almost anything. Pinnacle's all the way down at minus 222. So what you could do if you wanted to is I could hedge out a part of my bet on DraftKings Sportsbook. They have South Florida at plus 185. So let's imagine for a minute that instead of just placing this bet on Tulane at minus 165 odds, if instead I placed an arbitrage bet, right? Let's say I only bet, 177.45 on WinBet at minus 165 odds, and then I bet $100 on South Florida plus 185 odds on DraftKings. So we can do that now, and we can go here, and we can go to college football. We'll try to move quickly, and we'll type in South Florida, and you can see they're plus 185 odds. So if I would have placed $100 on South Florida on DraftKings, like I just did, and I would have only placed, according to the arbitrage calculator, 177.45, I would have earned a risk-free profit of $755 by this arbitrage bet, right? Either South Florida has to win or Tulane has to win. And South Florida's plus 185 on DraftKings. WinBet has Tulane minus 165. So this is an arbitrage bet where we can earn a risk-free return of 2.65% based on discrepancies in sportsbook odds. So we would have gotten $755 from this arb. And on top of that, I just played through $100 of my DraftKings bonus, right? So, we can say the first bet is South, Florida, plus 185. DraftKings, we bet $100, and on WinBet, you could get Tulane minus 165. So if we would have only bet, according to the arbitrage calculator, 177.45 on WinBet, we would have a risk-free arbon where we have, Tulane minus 165 on WinBet, South Florida plus 185 on DraftKings. So we earn a risk-free profit of $755. And on top of that, we would earn, 100 divided by 20, we would earn $5 in bonus funds. So we've now played through, it's a little confusing, but we've now played through $100 out of the $20,000 total we need to bet on DraftKings to earn the full bonus amount of $1,000. So out of the $1,000 in bonus funds we can get, we've earned $5, and we've earned, $755 from this arb. So the total amount we're earning, risk-free profit from this arbitrage bet would be $755, plus $5. So we just earned $12.55 risk-free. We got $5 in bonus funds from DraftKings, and we locked in $7.55 with this specific arbitrage bet, right? So that's one strategy, is you can take advantage of line discrepancies between bookmakers and place arbitrage bets by just using an arbitrage calculator and locking in a risk-free profit. And then on top of the risk-free profit, you have the added bonus where for every $20 you bet on DraftKings, you're getting $1 for free, right? So we're earning $5 additional for free just from this DraftKings deposit bonus. So that's one strategy. The second strategy is you can use a low holds page. Sometimes there's less opportunity out there. So you can see here, Gary Trent over 3.5 rebounds is plus 105 on Twin Spires. So what team is that? The Trailblazers game. So if we go here and we go to NBA, is what we can look up is the Trailblazers game. We can go to, player rebounds, Gary Trent over 3.5. So we have Gary Trent over 3.5 is plus 105 odds on Twin Spires. And if we go to NBA on DraftKings, we'll try to move quickly. And we go to player props, we go to assists, and we type in, rebounds, I apologize. And we go to Gary Trent, you can see under 3.5 is minus 105. So let's say, let's see if Twin Spires will even let me bet $50 on this. I'm limited, so they're only going to give me $40. So whatever, that's fine. So I bet $40 on this. Right, and what we can do is we can pull up an arbitrage calculator, and we can say we're getting plus 105 on Twin Spires on the over 3.5 rebounds, and on DraftKings we're getting minus 105 on the under 3.5 rebounds. So we bet $40 on Twin Spires, which means if we bet $42 on DraftKings, we are completely hedged, right? You're betting plus 105 on the over, minus 105 on the under. Regardless of the outcome, you are not losing money. So let's say we place $42 on DraftKings right here, right? So we're not earning anything from this ARB. It's just plus 105, minus 105, right? But, we just played through another $42 from DraftKings. And we're trying to play through $20,000 total. So here I bet Gary Trent, rebounds, and it was plus 105 on, Twin Spires, and minus 105 on DraftKings, right? So we're not earning anything, but we bet $42 on DraftKings, so our playthrough increases. We've now bet another $42, so our the bonus for this is just $42 divided by 20. So we earn, roughly $2 in bonus by placing this low hold bet. This is called a low hold bet, and it's also known as churning through deposit bonuses. You're looking for lines that are close, and you're earning 5% risk-free for every dollar that you bet on DraftKings up to $20,000. So it's the same thing here, right? If we wanted to, we could bet on the Raptors, $100 plus 130 on DraftKings, $130 on the Trailblazers minus 130 on WinBet. We wouldn't win or lose money. We'd just be transferring money from one sportsbook to another sportsbook, but we would play through another $100 on DraftKings for our deposit bonus, right? So what we can do is we can click on the lines, and you can see minus 130 looks like it's the good line. It looks like lines are pretty aggressively moving towards the Trailblazers in this game. So, we've now played through, so we can add in a column that's just total playthrough. So we have to get to 20,000. We're not that far through, but, it's $1,000 for free. And we currently have a risk-free profit of, so we have our bonus amount here. So we currently have, a risk-free profit of, what we can do is just sum these columns, yada, yada. So we currently have a risk-free profit of $14.65 just by placing these two bets, right? We don't even have any risk on. We're just churning through the deposit bonus. And we've earned $14.65 in profit. So this is our net profit so far. And we have played through $142 out of the 20,000 total we have to bet. So I'm just going to do a few more as an example. So this looks pretty good. We bet $142. We've earned a net profit of $14.65. And you can just continue to update the low holds page, the arbitrage page, look for new opportunities that look good. in an attempt to find opportunities to get through your deposit bonus. So what we can do is we can also look at positive expected value bets. So I'll explain this briefly. We'll look for an opportunity from DraftKings Sportsbook, and we can go down and see if there's anything good. So here's an example. You can get Charles Oliveira plus 140 on DraftKings, which is the best price. You can see Barstool's all the way down at plus 125, BetRivers plus 125, Caesars plus 135, FanDuel's plus 134. We can get plus 140 on DraftKings, and you can see Pinnacle's all the way down at plus 126. So lines are really moving towards Charles Oliveira on these sharp offshore sports books, and we're still able to pick up plus 140 on DraftKings. So what we can do is we can place a bet on Charles Oliveira. So we'll go to UFC, and we can look for Charles Oliveira, and you can see he's plus 140 odds. And let's say we want to bet, $1,000 on that. So we place $1,000 on Charles Oliveira plus 140 odds. So we can go through the math here. So now we have Oliveira UFC, plus 140 odds. We bet $1,000. So our playthrough amount is going to be $1,000, which means our bonus amount is 1,000 divided by 20, right? So we just earned $50 in bonus from DraftKings Sportsbook. And this is a good line, right? It's a positive expected value bet with an expected return of 2.67% to the zero vig line from Pinnacle. So you can see Pinnacle's market, they're only giving you plus 126 on Oliveira, and it's the sharpest bookmaker out there. So what we can do is go to a no vig fair odds calculator, plus 126 minus 145. You can see the fair price is plus 133.76 according to Pinnacle's zero vig line once you remove the juice, and we're able to pick up plus 140 on DraftKings, which has an expected return of 2.67%. So our EV percentage is 2.67%, so 0.0267. We bet $1,000 total, which means the expected return of our bet is 26.70, right? This is a mathematically profitable bet. So the total amount of profit we have, so I'll just make this column total profit, because now this is a bet that has risk, right? This is different than arbitrage or low holds because we're not hedging the other side on Pinnacle, right? All we're doing is saying this plus 140 is a good line. Looking at all these other bookmakers, plus 140 is better than the zero vig line from most sports books. So this is a bet that we want to place, right? The sharpest sports book's only giving you plus 126 on Oliveira, and they're at minus 145 for Poirier. So once you remove the vig from that market, plus 140 seems like a pretty good price. So long story short, this is a bet with risk. This is a positive expected value bet. But what we can see is we're getting $50 in bonus from DraftKings, and our bet has an expectancy of $26.70, which means our total profit is, $50 plus $26.70, right? So no, that's completely wrong. So that's supposed to be a plus. So there we go. So this bet earned us $77 in expected profit. 50 of that profit is completely risk-free just from playing through $1,000, which means we earned $50 for free. DraftKings just gives us literally $50 for free, and our bet also has an expectancy of $26.70. So we're looking at, $77 in profit. So our total profit so far is $91.35. So long story short, depending on your risk tolerance, you can solely look for arbitrage opportunities. If you have an MGM account and a DraftKings account, you can place another $100 on DraftKings here, $28.75 on MGM here. You earn a risk-free profit of $351, and you earn $5 in bonus credits from DraftKings Sportsbook. Long story short, you can use arbitrage, which means you will have zero risk, although your upside is limited. You can use the low holds page as well. And finally, you can use positive expected value betting to find good mispriced lines. Like here, Saints minus 2.5 plus 135 seems like a pretty good line. If we click on this and we look at the spread, we can see that if we go all the way down, it looks like it's going to be a very close game. But if I go to Saints minus 2.5, you can see it's Fox Bet's only giving you plus 125. It's only plus 115 on FanDuel. It's only plus 123 on Pinnacle. So it seems like there's some value on plus 135 on DraftKings. So maybe that's another bet you'd want to place. And you're just working your way towards the total amount you have to bet, which is $20,000, right? So we're not even close. We still have to bet $19,000 more, but I'm sure that won't be a problem. Just kind of using OddsJam, looking for low holds, looking for arbitrage, and looking for these positive expected value betting opportunities on DraftKings. So we can see if there's anything else that's good. So we already bet this. We can add it to our bet tracker, $1,000 on Oliveira, plus 140, so we can track the CLV. And see if there's anything else that looks particularly interesting. So Saints, maybe I'll bet that later, but I think that's enough for this video. Again, really the entire purpose of this video was just to kind of explain to you how deposit bonuses work, how playthroughs work. So if I want to get the full $1,000 from DraftKings, I have to deposit, based on the terms, $3,333 and bet $20,000 total to earn the free $1,000 from DraftKings. And using OddsJam, it should be very easy with arbitrage and low holds to do this completely risk-free and get the free $1,000 from DraftKings. Or if you're open to taking risk, you can use positive expected value betting. And essentially all you're doing is you're increasing the expected return of your bet by 5%, up to, a total bonus of $1,000, right? All we're doing is for every $1,000 we bet, we're earning $50 in bonus money. So we are increasing the expected return of any bet we place by 5%, up to the total amount of, $1,000 in bonus funds. So I hope you found this video helpful. If you have any questions about DraftKings, deposit bonuses, sports betting, whatever in general, you can reach out to us at OddsJam. We look forward to it, and thank you so much for your time.